after discussing what are the three types of jnana, that is Sattvika, Rajasic and Tamasic, Krishna goes into other aspects of analysis from these perspectives, that is Sattvika, Rajasic and Tamasic perspectives. What is karma? What is the action? Sloka 23. Niyatam sangarahitam aragat veshatah krutam apala prepsuna karma yattat sattvika muchyate. So niyatam sangarahitam. Niyatam is that actions which are obligated by the scriptures. It's called niyatam. That which is Veda Vihita karmas that I had to do. And those are, for example, Sandhya Vandanam you had to do. The Shraddham you had to do. All those that are prescribed by the scriptures, all Niyata karma. That's one immediate definition. In the broader range, Niyata karma is that which you are obligated depending upon the role that I take or the role that you take. So as a father, I have a Niyata karma. As a father, fatherly duties I had to perform to take care of the children. As a husband, I have a Niyata karma to take care of my wife. As a wife, I have a Niyata karma, where taking care of my husband. As a mother, so every role that I play, including I am an employer, I am a friend, every role that I play, there are obligatory duties associated with that role. So Niyata karma, Niyatam is Sattvika one, is the one who performs that which is an obligatory. This is different from Kamya karma. Kamya karma is desire-prompted actions are called Kamya karma. These are Niyatam is Nitya Naimittikam. Nityam is daily obligation. Naimittikam is occasionally obligated. Suddenly you get a telegram, you want to attend Memorial Day camp and all that. You get a telegram, your uncle is coming, he's coming, please pick me up in the airport and all that. You want to attend, why is he coming now? But this is what happens, it's once in a way. You have an obligation to take care of that. These things happen, those are things that you will be obligated. There is a priority that you have to establish in order to take care of that. That's called dharma. And this niyatam is dharmic actions that one has to do depending upon the role that one has to take. So the attitude in the actions, way which are what you have to do, that is dharma, sangarahitam, without attachment to the actions. Just like snanamiva. A simple example is taking bath. What attachment I have to taking bath? I had to take, every day I had to take. Why? What do you gain out of taking? You don't gain anything, you get rid of things only. Because the malam, the dirt that you have, goes away. So that other people will be happy to deal with you. So I had to purify myself. So in the very purification itself is the purpose of Niyata karma. In the process of obligatory duties, I purify myself. That's what is the very. So I don't have attachments here. Therefore, araga dveshataha krutam. There is no ragam, attachment, or dvesham, hatred. This is I had to do it. Whether I like it or not, I had to do it. Just do it as what need to be. The question is how efficiently I do it, how completely I do it. Those are all the concern. Not that I have attachment or dvesham or those things. Therefore, those are called the actions of a sattvic person. Apala pripsu, that is not propelled by the result of the action. I am doing it because I had to do it. What comes out of the result is Daivanugraham. He is a karma paladata. Let it come whatever, but I am going to do. Whether I am a father, I take care of my children. What they will happen to him because they came with their karma, that is their problem. But I had to do what I have as a role, I had to play my role. But don't extend the role beyond your role. You have to play. Your scene ends as soon as they grow and they have their own life. Don't keep on hanging to them and be parent after that also. It is not that. It is as a parent. Now you go to an advisory role. Remember advice? When you have to give advice? When they ask. You don't have to go and volunteer your advices. Only when they ask, you have to give. That's what Krishna never advised until Sishyastoham sadhimam tvam prapannam. I am Sishya. Then only Krishna started. Unnecessarily you are crying. Right? So that at that time you can tell your children, unnecessarily you are having problems because Krishna said so. So that sattvika muchyate, that is called sattvika karma. And you can psychologically you can see what is going to be rajasic karma, you can see what is tamasic karma. Let's do it anyway. Yattu kamepsuna karma, yattu kamepsuna karma, sahamkarena va punaha, sahamkarena va punaha. Kriyate bahulayasam, kriyate bahulayasam, tad raja samudahrutam, tad raja samudahrutam. That kriyate, that who does this with this attitude, with calm also, it is not sangarahitam, it is propelled by desires. I want this, therefore I am going after this. No one needs, you don't need to do it, but I like to do it. What? I want to start a factory here. I want to start a factory there. Restlessness, but I cannot keep quiet. The rajasic mind cannot keep quiet. It has to do something in order to something. And those are propelled by what happens if he becomes restless, unhappy if he doesn't do it. Therefore, kamitsu. This is propelled by the desire prompted. Therefore, that is the type of karma. So ahankar means, you know who did that? I did that. That ahankaram comes, this is owning up. You know who built this hospital? I did it. You know who gave big donation to this temple? Of course I did it, right? So, all that ahankara goes with those actions, that is called rajasic. Kriyati bahulayasam, where you are sweating and all that, and see, with every sweat is went into that, a drop of my sweat in building that. This bahulayasam is getting tired with that effort. Tad rajasam, that is called rajasamudahrutam. Know that is the rajasam. Anubandham kshayam himsam, anavechata purusham, mohadarabhyate karma, arabhyate karma, yattat tamasa muchyate. Anubandhan chayam himsam says, this fellow does actions without thinking what's going to be the consequence of my actions. I am trying to do something, it may hurt so many people. I am not worried about it, I am just doing without proper thinking, proper planning. That is called tamasic. There are millions of people are getting hurt as a result of my actions, but I am not seeing the consequence of all that. Since that is himsam, where there is a hurting of everybody else in the process. Anaveshya, without properly thinking what is right and what is wrong, what is dharma and what is adharma, all that without any of those knowledge. And then who does this kind of actions? By mohat arabhyati, deluded by things. Oh, if I do that, I go to Swarga. If I kill all these people, then I go to heavens. This is the mentality. This is the Krishna statement, not Narasimha. This is Krishna statement. Mohat arabhyati karma. Where with a delusion means ulta see the what is right and what is wrong, what is dharmam and what is adharmam is not known properly, that because he has no knowledge of what is Vedas also. That karma is called tamasam uchyati, that is called tamasa karma. Because someone asked me recently, what happens to these terrorists who come and they want to go to heaven and they kill left and right, thinking that will make them to go to heaven. Only thing there in their heaven, you don't get shoes, I think, and new clothes. You have to wear clothes and new shoes and then do this process. Because you go directly there. But that's all called tamasic type of where I'm not seeing the consequence of this action itself. And that's what is called, Krishna calls it tamasic. And what is the karta now? What in principle is talking about sattvika karta, rajasika karta, and tamasic karta. The one who does sattvika karma is sattvika karta. So one can immediately translate it. But here Krishna is going to details in terms of mukta sango naham vadi, mukta sango naham vadi, druchutsaha samanvitaha. Utsaha samanvitaha siddhya siddhor nirvikaraha karta sattvika uchyate. So mukta sanghaha, he doesn't have any attachments to this. So attachment to either results or even the action also. He does because this is a niyata karma, nitya karma, obligatory duties. He does no attachments, but he does as perfect as the system demands. That's what essentially has to be done. He does it. Anahamvadi. He has no ahankara in the performing actions. This is dhruti utsaha samanvita, with dhruti, dhairyam, with courage and conviction and with enthusiasm he performs the action. Even though those are named as obligatory duties, with enthusiasm he performs the action. And siddhi, asiddhi, nirvikaraha karta. Whether if something comes out of it or something doesn't come out of it, if the result is good or result is bad, that discriminate or thinking about the result is not what it is. This has to be done. If you do perfectly, automatically things will come properly. So that is yajñārtam karmaṇom yatra lokayam karma bandhana. That understanding is there. Therefore, this has to be done, and he does it. And that karta sattvika uchyate. That person who does that is called sattvika. Ragi karma phala pripsuhu. Lubdo himsatmako sucihi. Harsha sokanvitah karta. Rajasa parikirtitaha. So Ragi, not Telugu Ragi, Ragi, Sanskrit Ragi is Ragadvesha, the intense attachments and aversions about what? Karma phala presu, of the action and also result in which I am deliberately doing with, I want this, I hate this, and so on. With that attitude I am performing, looking into the results. That's what is called the rajasic. And lubdaha is the one who is greedy always. That means never satisfied with what he has. It's a human being only are greedy. Animals are not greedy. But when the free lunch is given, we are greedy. We want to put some more, because animals eat what they need. They are need-based. Whereas we are greed-based. We take more than what we need. That's why all our problems are because of that, right? We take more than what we need. And that is what is the rajasic aspect of it. Lubdo himsatmako sucihi. Asucihi is unclean without proper cleaning of the body, mind, intellect, all that. Himsatmaka, with even hurt everybody else, I am ready to do it for my sake. Harsha sokanvitaha karta. His pleasure and pain intermixed with all that. That karta is rajasaha. So he cries if he doesn't get what he wants, elated if he gets what he got. All these problems come because I am motivated by the result. Therefore, I am that ragadvesha comes into picture. In contrast to both, there is a tamasa fellow. Ayukta prakruta stabdaha. Shato naishkrutiko lasaha. Vishadi dhirga sutri cha. Karta tamasa uchyate. So he ayuktaha, he doesn't have the skill to do it, but he tries to do it. In the process, he will mess up the whole thing, right? If I don't know how to fix properly and try to fix it, then it will go astray. And that's what essentially tamasa. Prakrutaha is Prakruta Purusha, not Samskrita Purusha. Samskrita is cultured person. Prakruta is uncultured, unquote, is called it. And Stabdaha is like a stiff neck. Redneck, we call it. We are stiff necks. So Stabdaha is Sato or Sataha is actually uncultured. Prakruta is untrained. And Naishkutiko alasaha, Naishkutikaha alasaha, who is essentially ready to deceive others for his benefit. These are the guys who try to make money at the expense of everybody. I can loot everybody so that I can be rich. This is called tamasic. Krishna says, in fact, Vishadi is miserable if he doesn't get it. Dirghasutri is very lazy also, who postpones everything, procrastinates. Karta tamasa uchyate, he is that tamasic. With that, the description of what the karta karma of sattvic, rajasic and tamasic. Why do we need all that? So that if we have by any chance, not that you have it, by any chance, if you have any one of these, to evolve ourselves to the higher. That's what Krishna is telling. If any of these inclinations in that is coming from that guna, watch out so that I evolve myself to the higher. That is the purpose. Why do I need to go to Sattvic? So that Sattvic is the one that helps me to gain the knowledge. And highest knowledge is, this is the highest. All other knowledge is just useless knowledge. It's useful for transactions. Not useless, it is useful for transaction purposes. But this is the ultimate knowledge. Yajñātva aparam gneyam, knowing which there is nothing else to know. That is the highest knowledge. For that I need a sattvika buddhi. And that buddhi is going to define now in terms of the three sattvika, rajasic also. Pravrittim cha nivrittim cha karya karye bhaya bhaye bandham moksham cha ya vetti buddhissa partha sattviki. What is sattvika buddhi? Sattvika buddhi is that buddhi that one gets after attending the Memorial Day camps. That is the pravritti, what is to be done and what is not to be done. What is dharma and what is adharma. What is right thing and what is wrong thing. What are the attachments versus what is duty. That's what Krishna, Arjuna had in the beginning itself. I don't know. Karpanya doshopa atasvavaha puchha mitvam dharma samudha chetaha. I don't know what is right and what is wrong. And that where you get that knowledge, what is right and what is wrong. And what is the thing to do and what is not the thing to do. Is essentially dharma shastram, and that is essentially one who has that buddhi, karyam, akaryam, bhaya, abhaya. So this, what is that which is not to be done? Bhaya here is the prohibited actions that here causes fear, and actions that abhayam, that is that which is shelter that gives everybody, that's the one. Bandham, moksham, what is bondage and what is liberation. Sa vetti, whoever knows that intellect or that buddhi, partha sattvaki. Yaya dharmam adharmancha karyam cha karyameva cha ayathavat prajanati buddhissa partha rajasi. Yeah, dharmam adharmam cha karyam cha akaryam cha evam cha ayatavat. This guy is a guy who says it's not relevant to me. I don't care what is dharmam, what is adharmam, what is to be done, what is not to be done. Let's have maja, let's enjoy. Just go and do it whatever I want to do. That kind of buddhi is rajasika buddhi. So ayatha avata, you see, it is irrelevant for him to know all those things. And that kind of buddhi is rajasika buddhi. And now tamasik is adharmam dharmamitiya manyate tamasavruta sarvarthan viparitamscha buddhissa partha samasi. What is a tamasic gunam? Dharmam, adharmam dharmamiti. These are completely ulta sida. If you are reading this way, they will read other way, I guess. No, I'm just kidding. But the one who says what is adharmam thinks it is dharmam. What is dharmam, he thinks adharmam. Remember what is Vishada Yoga in the first chapter? Arjuna says, it is unjust, it is not right to kill these Atatayis. Atatayis is the one who deserve to be killed because of their crimes. And here he says, that is adharmam. So he got completely confused, ulta sida, and that's exactly his tamasic gunam. What Krishna says here. Says dharmam adharmam. What is wrong is saying it is dharmam. Killing all these people, why? That is dharmam, because my scripture says so, because I go to heaven, because the scripture says you kill all those non-believers of this. That is what adharmam. Says that is what is the whole logic is gone, and that kind of buddhi is a tamasic. Adharmam dharmamiti ya manyate, who thinks that the opposite way is tamasavada, it is produced by the tamas. And sarvarthan viparitamcha, completely explanations or accounts of completely viparitam. It is no justifiable type of things. That kind of buddhi justifies that kind is the tamasi. That is the buddhi, intellect of people. And here the willpower also Krishna differentiates. Dhrutya yaya dharayate manah pranindriya kriyaha yogena vyabhicharinya Dhrutissa partha sattviki. So dhrutyaya dharayate. Every time that he undertakes, this person or this mind or this intellect, whatever he undertakes with dhruti, willpower, I am going to do it, and because he is convinced the rightness of it, because he is doing that, he has to do it. Therefore, with that will to do it, he performs the action. And manah pranindriya kriyaha, manah prana indriya kriyaha yogena avyabhicharinya dhutihi. And make sure the mind, the sense organs, everything that he has at his disposal is coming into the picture. Avyabhichari means this is not dissipating anywhere in terms of energy wise. All his faculties are available in the field of action. Therefore, what he does is precise, exact, and to the point. No running around. That dhruti, that will to do it, is the sattvika dhruti. Yaya tu dharma kamarthan dhrutya dharayate arjuna prasangena palakanshi dhrutissa partha rajasi. So this, another person says, all those dharmas and all that I will follow as long as I want to get achieved. If it is suitable, okay, that's good. Dharma is good. Why? Because I want to achieve this, and if it helps me, that is right dharma. Otherwise, forget that, I can go on. Because what I want is, it is propelled by my desire to succeed that I want. And that is only the motivating factor for any of the actions. And that kind of willpower is essentially rajasic also. Yaya swapnam bhayam sokham Vishadam madamevacha navimunchati dharmedha Jyotissa partha samasi. So yeah, which swapnam bhayam shokam vishadam madam evacha, all these, Krishna putting all these the qualifications where say he is dreaming all the time. Swapnam bhayam, yeah, the fear, shokam, the shokam is, crying. Vishadam, shokam, vishadam, all are somewhat similar. Madam, garvam, madam means proud. Evacha sab vimunchati dharmeda dhritasa partha sardi. So this, all these things are all motivating him to perform an action, anything. He doesn't have any particular to succeed, to want to do this, but is propelled by all these emotional things itself. That kind of will to act is a tamasic. And describes the sukham also in terms of what is the real sukham. Yatra dagre vishamiva parinami mrutopamam tat sukham satvikam proktam atma buddhi prasadajam. Says yat agre vishamam. In all these pursuits where you want to succeed or you want to evolve, this is true across the board. And in all those pursuits, initially it is difficult. It is hardship involved. So she is agree in the beginning of the action, visham iva. It is difficult. It is like, although I am swallowing some visham, it is not pleasant thing, but I have to do it. I have to go through the trouble and for me to succeed. So all that which initially apparently looks troublesome says parinami amrutopamam. In the end is the most beautiful is created out of it. So every creation involves all the labor pains are there. For me to study also labor pains. I had to get rid of all other things for me to study. But the result, jnana phalam, is the most beautiful thing that comes out. So in all pursuits where I had to succeed with, for the evolution, there is effort is involved where actions are not that pleasant as I feel, but once I reach that result is always the most beneficial, therefore that is results me amrutopamam. Tat sukham, that happiness that I come out of this, hey, I accomplished that beautiful, it's a creative thing. I struggle hard, but what product came out is the beautiful. This is true in building of the Chinmaya Mission. This is true for building of the next Chinmaya Mission Center. We have to go through all these struggles, but what comes out of it is the creative things that benefits the whole society itself. That sukham is the sattvika sukham. Vishayendriya samyogat yattadagre amutopamam yattadagre mutopamam parinami vishamiva tatsukam raja samsrutam. So it's just opposite, where I think it's a pleasure to start with, but in the end it is miserable. Everybody else is having problems because of that action. So initially it is fun, but it will cause problems later. All so-called pleasurable things. This is in the Kathopanishad. What is preyas and shreyas? All preyas is initially pleasurable, but in the end it causes problems. All this shreyas is initially difficult, but in the end that gives you the most pleasure. And here is Rajasic is that which is initially pleasurable, but in the end, so children want to go and have fun, it's pleasurable, but they won't succeed in school and all that, that is painful in the long run. So one has to discipline the mind what is the right thing to do also. And this is Rajasic. Yadagre cha anubandhe cha sukham mohanam atmanaha Nidralasya pramadostham tat tamasamudahrutam. So in the beginning, yad agrecha, anubandhecha. Anubandham is because of attachments I am performing an action, motivated by my attachments. And that kind of sukham is deluded because of my raga and advesha. So raga, dvesha contributes to the moha, which is a delusion. And in the process, nidram, alasyam, pramadam, sudha, that results you in terms of the sleepiness, laziness, procrastination, all that is coming from this tamasa aspect of this. Tamasa sukham. And who has this tamasa, rajasic and sattva gunas? Krishna says, natadasti pruthivyam va divi deveshu va punaha sattvam prakrutijair muktam yadevi syat tribhir gunaihi. So, natat asti pruthivyama divi deveshva punaha. No one in this universe, not only in this world, prithvi, in this earth, even in the gods or the heavens and everywhere, nowhere, nobody is without these gunas. So, everyone has sattva, rajas, tamo, gunas, but different proportions. Okay? So, sattvam prakriti muktaihi yadaivi syat tribhur gunaihi. So, this is born out of prakriti, because these gunas are properties of the prakriti. And any shariram, any body is a product of the prakriti. So irrespective of where they are, whether it is in the God's world or in other higher lokas, they are all born out of prakriti only, which is panchabhutas, and therefore these gunas are inherent in every one of them. Only proportional keeps changing. So therefore what should I do? Okay, I have sattva guna, rajoguna, tamo guna. So what good is this philosophy? So what do I have to do by daily? That the question keep asking. So what do I have to do? Simple. All I have to do is, if I have tamasic guna, get rid of it. If I have rajasic guna, get rid of it and improve all the way to sattvic guna. That is what I need to do. Yata pravrittir bhutanam yena sarvamidam tatam swakarmana tamarbhyarcha siddhim vindati manavaha. And Krishna gives us here in the 18th chapter how I go from this guna to guna atita, how to go beyond. And here is the recipe. What is the recipe? By yataha, by whom this bhutanam, this is pravrittihi, by whom this whole creation is created. by whom all this creation has come. Yena sarvam idam tadam, by whom this whole creation is pervaded everywhere, that Ishvara. Swakarmana tamabhyacha, by my own actions, I offer it to him. Archasya means essentially Archanam. Archasya means I surrender to him whatever gunas I have. Perform the action with an attitude of prayer to the Lord. Who is that Lord? Who is the one who created this entire universe and who pervades this universe. Not he is somewhere else. He is there in the universe itself. How do I perform? As a service to him. So every action I perform, whether it is propelled by sattvic, rajasic, tamasic, doesn't matter what guna I have. Even desire prompted actions, if I have desires, I'll give an example, remember? I have desire for rasamalai. I used to give laddu, people used to bring laddu. So, desire for rasamalai, then what do? Make as much of rasamalai I can. But offer it to him. When I offer it to him, it becomes a naivedyam. When it becomes a naivedyam, when it comes back, it is prasadam, where I distribute everybody. In the process, I surrendered my desire for whatever. There is a story, there used to be a story. It's Ramakrishna Paramahamsa had one disciple who was a drunkard. And every 5 minutes he used to go out because he used to bring his 6 packs or 12 packs or whatever. He keeps outside the room and kept it there. And every 5 minutes he used to go there and have a sip and come back. So Ramakrishna Paramahamsa watched this. What is this fellow doing every 5 minutes? And this, what are you doing there? He couldn't tell, but at the same time he cannot lie. So he said, I have put my 6 pack there. He says, I'm drinking, I'm habituated, habit in that. He said, okay, I'm going to allow you, only you. Bring that 6 pack here. Drink what you want, but only on one condition. You think of me and drink. Because don't drink yourself. I don't want to drink, but at least think of me. At least in your mind, I will also drink with you. So think of me and drink. Why, this is very good. This is the type of teachers we need. So next time, bring rasamalai. Don't worry. Not beer. Bring rasamalai. So this is the type of teachers I need. So he started doing, but every time when he thought of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, his mind was not in the beer. And slowly, that desire to drink is gone. That he came out of that vasa. So here, this Krishna is give the recipe in a simple sense. Tam abhyascha, do with a prayerful attitude whatever the action you perform. Remember, yat karoshi yat dashnasi, yat juhoshi tadasi, whatever you do, offer it to me. Whatever you eat, offer it to me. With that attitude, the very action itself becomes a prayer. And this is the Karma Yoga also. This is the Jnana Yoga also. This is the yoga that which takes us from tamasic to rajasic to sattvic and even beyond the sattvic. Therefore, siddhim vindati manavaha. The man will reach the highest by this recipe. What is the recipe? Think of him, act. That is the essence of the Gita also. So what should I act in action-wise? We did this before. Sreyan swadharmo vigunaha paradharma swanushtitat swabhava niyatam karma kurvanapnoti kilbisham. Sreyan swadharmo, it's better to do what your dharma is. What is my dharma? My inclinations and tendencies based on my vasanas. That is dharma, where I am doing because of those pressure of the vasanas. I am what I am because I am the product of my vasana. That is swadharma. By going along with my swadharma, it is better for me to transcend those vasanas by offering them to the Lord. Remember, don't forget that previous one. So offering that to the Lord, following my dharma, and that acting and offering to that Lord. In the process, all my vasanas get neutralized and the pressure of the vasanas get removed and I become free. They become my bhushanam. So-called vasanas which are propelling me, now they become bhushanam. Bhushanam means decoration. That's why Lord Shiva or Narayana, they are Pannaga Bhushan, right? They are decorated by Pannaga. Pannaga is nothing but vasanas. Picturized as vasanas. So essentially, they become the decoration for me. That attitude, because whatever I do, I am offering to the Lord, and that's a prayer also. And that is why Sreyan Swadharmo Niguna. And in that process only, I evolve. With this, the teaching is, the Karma Yoga is emphasized again as the final statement. Asakta buddhi sarvatra jitatma vigata spruhaha naishkarmya siddhim paramam Sanyasena adhigacchati. Asakta buddhi sarvatra. Everywhere I have detachment attitude. So I am not emotionally raga, dvesha are not propelling me. And therefore I detach plus act in the situation. What is? And Jitatma Vigata Spruha, Jitatma whose mind is completely controlled, it doesn't run anywhere, wherever it wants, I let it run where I want it. That means that his mind is under my control. Vigata Spruha, there are no more self-centered desires on me, all are surrendered to him. And Naishkarmya Siddhim, the actions that are done with Nishkamam, without any desire prompted, but obligatory, Niyatam Guru, that obligatory actions I perform, and that Paramam, that Supreme, that action performing into that is Sannyasa Adhigacchati. He reaches that Paramam, that Gati, that which is the highest, he ultimately reaches. That is the summary of essence of Karma Yoga itself. If you do that, jump to 54 from the Bhakti point. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma Nasochati Nakanshati Samas Sarveshu Bhuteshu Madbhaktim Labhate Param. So that who is Madbhakti, one who is devoted to me. To me is either Ishvara in terms of Saguna, or that which is the highest nature of reality, which is Satchidananda Swarupam. That way also it is. That who is devoted to him, that is the Bhakti. Says that Brahma Bhutaha, he becomes one with Brahman. Essentially, Prasannatmana Sochitaha Nakanshati Samasarveshu Bhuteshu. The attitude with him in terms of his equanimity is there for all beings. There is no raga dveshas are there. No attachments or aversions are there. Neither he cries nor he desires for anything, because he is reveling in that Brahma Bhutam. Brahma means the totality, that which is Satchidananda Swarupam itself, with the mind, Prasannatma, peaceful mind, because there are no agitations itself. Brahma Bhu becomes mind rest into that knowledge that I am Brahman itself. Machitta Sarva Durgani Mat prasadat tarishyati tarishyasi atache tvam ahankarat nasroshyasi vinakshasi. Here is the warning, final warning Krishna is giving us here. Mat chittaha, whose mind is in me, devoted to me. Sarva durgani mat prasad tarishyati, the one who is completely devoted in me. In mat means mind is almost merged in me. All sins, sarva durgani mat prasada, by my grace, tarishyasi, he crosses over. Hey, this is really good. What is that? I had to transcend, in a sense, I had to put my mind completely in Him. In whom? That I am Satchidananda Swarupam. How do I put my mind there? That means I have to understand I am the Satchidananda Swarupam itself. That is what is implied. Therefore, I am akartaham, abhoktaham. I am never a doer nor an enjoyer. What karma, what jnana? With the jnana, sarva karmam, all dashyati, all gets burned out because I am not even a doer. Never I did. Because I am pure consciousness. How can it do? That understanding comes automatically wiped out all that. It's Bhagavan Ramanuja says it is like putting a big cotton hill is there, but simple matchstick is enough to burn the whole thing down. That is the essence here. In the right equation, this is like a, in the mailbox, if there is no address, what the post office will do? There is a dead letter office, it goes somewhere. Because there is no address, there is no one who can claim, this is me, mine. There is a kartrutva, bhavam is gone. To say, this is my duty, I did it, all those things are not there. So it doesn't belong to anybody, it only belongs to a body. Remember, the box belongs to a body who is carrying on top of his head. If he's putting it down, he is free. Therefore, in the same, once I realize that I am not even a doer, never a doer, not only now, even past also I am not a doer. So none doesn't belong to me. So what about the prarabdha karma stays? Prarabdha comes stays because of the body. For body, yes. Body has to go, it's prarabdha. But I am free. That should be the knowledge of, therefore all sins are gone. Ishvara sarva bhutanam. 61. Hruddesha Arjuna tishtati. Brahmayan sarva bhutani. Yatra rudhani mayaya. So summarizing everything, it is Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Hruddesha Arjuna Tishtati. Arjuna, Lord Ishvara is sitting in every heart of everybody. So there is no reason for me to hate anybody, to be jealous of anybody, to be all those negative tendencies have to drop out if I recognize that it is the Lord that is pulsating in every one of them. That's what my knowledge should be. That's how I should transact in the world. So from tomorrow onwards, camp is over. But knowledge should not go. This knowledge has to be carried in my daily, day-to-day affairs. Then only it's meaningful. Otherwise, we have to come back again to next camp. You should come back even otherwise also. But this has to be there in that. So I have to make a dhruti, a determination that I should keep this knowledge in my mind and practice. Abhyasa is important. It's difficult, has to be done by this practice. So from now on, all negative tendencies, there is no cause for it. Because I see the beauty of the Lord everywhere. Whether I walk inside, outside, anywhere, whomever I transact, it is the Lord, that presence of the Lord I have to see. Then only this education is useful. When I go outside, see the beauty everywhere. It's all His Vaibhavam, Vibhuti. There is no place where I am not. If I can recognize the beauty and recognize the presence of the Lord in the beautiful things, my mind is evolving. bhakti automatically comes. When I see that galaxies and everything in the tube, they are showing all those things in the microscope, the telescope. You see the wonders. Where is the size of the earth? Where is the size in the earth's size in the solar system? And what is the size of the solar system itself in this our own Milky Way? And what is this Milky Way compared to billions of these galaxies are there? Mind-boggling. And we have fighting across, this is my war, that is your war, this is my place, that is this. This has no meaning. If I can recognize that and see the beauty, that's the very purpose of life itself. So here, Ishvara Sarvabhutanam is a famous statement also. It says, Ishvara Sarvabhutanam says, Uddesha, Arjuna Uddesha, in the Hrudi, this staying there, in every being, it is there. But I have to recognize it. I don't see it, but I have to recognize. Because it is Chaitanya Swarupam, and this is matter. Matter cannot act. But if it's so acting so beautifully, I may not like the actions, but it's acting. See the beauty. And in that actions, see the presence of the Lord also. So that is essentially Sarvabhutani. So yantra is like machines are working, but there is an electricity that is going through it, which is the same electricity that's in the fan, in the bulb, in everything, in the refrigerator, one side heating, one side cooling, all that is same electricity. That which is pervading everything, making it so dynamic, at the same time see the beauties of varieties. Variety is beauty. If everybody looks exactly the same way, it will be so boring. Right? Everybody has a model coming out. So, but everybody is different, and that makes it beautiful. And that's what essentially here. Tamiva saranam gaccha sarvabhavena bharata tat prasadat param shantam param shantim sthanam prapyasi shashvatam. That tameva, that which is all pervading, that which is Ishvaraha Sarvabhutanam Tishtati, that Ishvara by surrender